Hey Chen, it's Viola. How you doing? I wanted to quickly go through your website here and go through a couple of your competitors and just talk about a couple of things that we can do to help you with. Now, first off, I love that you have the call to action. You have another one right here, so that looks really good and is positioned well. You have a few more connections to your other pages there. All right, and that's it. So Google likes to see at least 1,500 to 2,000 words of content, and that's for two reasons. The first reason is because Google has crawlers, and they're crawling the content because they're trying to figure out what areas you serve and what services you offer. So the more content that you have on here, the more you're going to look like an expert in their eyes. And in addition to that, you want to outrank your competitors. So if your competitors had about 1,000 words on here, then you want to have about 1,500, etc. And in that content, you want to have keywords so that if someone is searching for, let's see, for example, a plumber in Norcross. I think you have that on here. Or if someone is looking for professional plumbing services. Imagine if you had this on here a bunch of times on this page. You're going to be really relevant for that search, and Google's going to be willing to put you higher up in the search results for more people to be able to find you. So for example, when somebody does go to plumber Norcross, Georgia, right? The first things they see obviously are the paid ads and more paid ads. And then you have this section right here, which is called the map pack. Now, I want to say kudos to you because you are number 2 in the map pack section for this particular keyword. But here's why I decided to still shoot the video for you. Because although you're ranking here, I noticed on your website that you service a lot of other areas. You're servicing Metro Atlanta and a few of the surrounding areas around there as well too. So with that being said, if you notice, Roto-Rooter Plumbing is above you, and they're in the number 1 spot. That's neither here or there. Of course, you like to be in the number 1 spot, but let's take a look at some of the other areas, right? So if somebody goes to Atlanta and they're typing in, or they go to Google and they type in plumber in Atlanta, notice the same thing, the ads, etc. And then you have a few other businesses, and then you have Roto-Rooter again. So here's what I wanted to explain to you. The way to have multiple Google business profiles working for your one business, even though you don't have multiple locations, because Roto-Rooter does not have 1,000 locations, right? But they look like they do online. So here's how that works. So they have this one here, and just to prove it to you, I went ahead and pulled up the websites. So this is the Roto-Rooter. This is the Roto-Rooter for Norcross. Notice it looks exactly the same as the other one. The only things that are different is the phone number and the location. You notice that here, the phone number change and the location. So it's the same landing page, nothing much. So that just tells you that it's not a matter of how the website looks. Google robots don't care what it looks like, but they care about the information that's on it and how it connects to each other. You see how much content they have on here. So it tells you that they are able to be outranked. The other thing I want to talk about is this section down here, which is the organic section, and this has everything to do with the content again and backlinks. So I'm going to hop over to this tool that I use called Ahrefs. It just lets me see the back end of a website and what's going on with it. Mr. Plumber Atlanta was number 1 on this Google search for Atlanta, so I wanted to take a look. Everybody knows Mr. Plumber Atlanta, right? And I want to pretty much take a look at how they have a DR and a UR rating. The first thing you see is the DR. The DR is pretty much a trust flow, and the UR is a power flow. And these two are pretty important in regards to where you fall within the Google search results. And these numbers are generally raised with a thing called a backlink. And obviously this is clickable, so we can go in here and see exactly what's working for them and figure out how it could work for you. But I want to hop over to the keywords because I want to kind of keep this video short. Okay, they have a lot of different keywords working for them, but if you take a look at some in particular, plumber Atlanta, Georgia. So you see this right here. This is telling us that 600 people look for this particular keyword per month. This company is in the number 2 position for this keyword, and they get 86 phone calls just from that position, just from that one keyword. Then you have plumber Atlanta, a different group of people look for this keyword. You got 800 people looking for that per month. They're also in the number 2 position for that keyword, and they get 105 calls from that one keyword. You see that? So these are all the different traffic, that they're getting, but these are the keywords that you want to have added to your website so that way you can have people These are the keywords you want to get in front of. So when people are looking for this, your website populates instead of the ones that we were looking at over here, Roto-Rooter, etc. The last one I wanted to look at is your business in this same tool. Okay, and this is pretty much what we see here. You do have a few referring domains, but this is pretty typical. This is what we see for a business that isn't really heavily marketed or isn't represented by a marketer. But it's just really important to, number one, get some more content on that home page. And in your case, I would say add a few location pages. So instead of just at the bottom of your website saying these are the areas we serve, make these actual business pages, and then you can create them like their own little businesses and have backlinks going towards those pages as well. So number one, get some more content on those location pages, get those keywords into the content, and then getting some high quality backlinks to help power your website. I really hope this was helpful for you, and I look forward to speaking with you a little later. Have a great afternoon. Take care, Chen.